Okay, okay. You guys may not know who I am, so I am going to easily, I'm going to easily slide you into the idea of me again. Yes, it's been a very long while since you've seen me, so you may have forgotten. My name is Blob, and for the past few months, you've only been seeing a guy with a red gas mask and an old balding dude with a blue jumpsuit, and also this live action dude with an eye patch. I don't know what his deal is. I think he has some kind of mental condition. But the point is that I am back and I'm gonna do more reviews for you guys. Okay? Especially with summer now in full swing and whatnot. I'm back to I have returned to give you guys some quick reviews. Yes, that's the whole point of my show, of my spin-off of Gravitalk, is that Gravitalk gives you those really long, meandering reviews where he just keeps talking and screwing off. However, I try to condense it more down to just maybe a half hour. Still really long, but it's a lot shorter than him. And that's the whole point of these reviews, is that they're shorter. So, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. And review a movie for you guys. Yes, because the movies I do are the movies that Graviton doesn't give two shits about. And for some reason, he doesn't care about animation, which is why I tackled the animated films. I tackled How to Train Your Dragon 2. I tackled the Book of Life. I tackled the Big Ol' Hero 6, I tackled the penguins. Sorry, penguins, that I tackled you. It probably hurt you. But I also tackled SpongeBob, and he probably liked it being tackled. But anyway, and that was the last one I did. But now I'm back, and I'm gonna do Inside Out. Yes, Inside Out. Inside Out, outside in. Yes, I'm gonna do that movie for you guys. And I'm just gonna cut to the chase and do it, and I'm not gonna talk about my personal life, even though I've hit a big stag in it, but I don't want to talk about it, even though I just did, and you've probably sparked interest now, but you've probably already heard what's going on with it from Graviton, from the Mad Max episode. You probably already get a little idea of what's going on with my personal life right now, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about anthropomorphic emotions. Yes. Real emotions. Specifically ones that walk and talk and stuff. Yes, that's what Inside Out is about. You see, Inside Out is about the emotions inside of your head, inside of your cabeza, and inside of your brain. And what it does is it personifies them. It shows what Inside Out does is it shows you the confines, the interconfines of your mind, and it shows an artistic representation of it. Is this really how the inside of the mind is? No, fuck no. What kind of crazy ass person are you if you actually think that? You should be put in the loony bin, or at least given some good medicine for your brain. But, however, it is an artistic representation of it, like in this movie. Does that mean how it is in the movie? Well, actually, it is kind of how it is in the brain, but it's an artistic representation of what goes on in your brain. And so it has emotions that are in your brain, and it depicts those emotions as little tiny characters that each are defined by a primary color. Happiness is represented by a little yellow girl that's voiced by that skater who wanted to bone her brother from Blades of Glory. Sadness is represented by a blue lady, voiced by the best friend from Bad Teacher. Disgust is represented by a green chick who's voiced by one of the candy girls from Wreck-It Ralph. Fear is voiced by that angry old Jewish man from the roast of James Franco, except in this he's purple, and Anger is voiced by the spider, by the giant spider from is voiced by the giant spider from the current Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, and he's red. And there you go. Those are your emotions. Now, to be fair, however, disgust is kind of stretching it. I mean, I can understand the other four. Happiness, sad, joy. Joy and happiness are the same thing. Fuck. Joy, sadness, and anger. I understand those. Fear is like, okay, whatever. Fear, fine. Although I kind of feel like fear is like kind of a division of sadness, but I guess fear is one of the things, but disgust, I'm like, really, disgust? I mean, if you're gonna do disgust, then why don't you get excitement in there too? It feels like they're kind of stretching with disgust, but anyway, I'm beyond the point. Anyway, so yes, this is a Pixar film. Yeah, Pixar is finally doing another film. It's like, the last time we had a Pixar film was in 2013. And also, the last time we had a Pixar film, they were in a bit of a rut. Like, what the hell was the recent Pixar films? There was, Cars 2, Brave, and Monsters University. And those films... Okay, Cars 2 friggin' sucked, but the other two were kind of meh a little bit. So we were kind of concerned about Pixar during that time. Like, oh shit, is Pixar becoming sucky? Is Disney being like a vampire all of a sudden? They're sucking all of the goodness out of Pixar and using it for themselves? Because during this this time of Pixar kind of borderlining sucking, we had some actually good Disney films. We had Wreck-It Ralph, we had Frozen, we had Big Hero 6, so we were kind of scared, like, oh no, does this mean that Pixar is sucking in favor of Disney being good? What the hell is going on? Well, after seeing this new latest Pixar film, I am excited to report that Pixar is back on top. Yes, they are back on their A game. They're creating quality material again, and naturally, what that probably means is that the next Disney film is gonna friggin' suck. I'm looking at you, Zootopia, and you're, aren't we so different? Aren't we so amazing? We're making a movie about anthropomorphic animals. Oh, isn't that so unique? Isn't that so unique? No, it isn't, Disney. What the fuck are you doing? My God, you've been doing anthropomorphic animals since the 1930s with Steamboat Willie. Don't come with me with this bullshit like, having to explain me what an anthropomorphic animal is. Come on, Disney. You already did this with frickin' Steamboat Willie. Anyway, so let's get into the movie, shall we? Spoilers ahead. By the way, I forgot to talk about the short that was in front of Big Hero 6. It was about a dog that had overeating issues. Anyway, let's talk about the short for this one. A volcano wants to bone another volcano. That's it. A volcano wants to bump his big giant rockly uglies with another volcano. I mean, it was alright and stuff, and I actually kind of liked it because it shows that, even big fat guys like this fat volcano can get love. And I really need that right now, considering what's going on with my personal life. I don't want to say anything else. Shut up! But anyway, so yeah, that was kind of, maybe it didn't hit me the right way because I'm going through a lot of personal things. But anyway, you go, volcano. You go, volcano, getting getting lucky with another volcano. By the way, you both look friggin' creepy. But anyway, that's beyond the point now. Let's move on to the actual movie. Let's move on to Inside Out, yes, where we begin with a baby, and inside of her mind is completely empty. But then she develops emotions. Yes, she develops happiness, joy, and then she develops sadness, and then throughout the infancy she develops the other emotions like anger and fear and disgust. By the way, I'm still kind of on the fence about whether or not disgust actually is warranted to be here, but whatever, Mindy calling is cool, whatever. So anyway, so now we got the 5 emotions all developed, and then we got the factory all set up, and they like run this factory, and they're like a crew, and the captain is Happiness, and she's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I know her name is Joy, but I'm more used to Happiness, plus they're synonyms. Get off my back with synonyms. So anyway, Happiness is the captain of this crew, and the vessel is this little human girl, and so she grows up with a family, with a father voiced by Mr. Hyde from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and a mother who I'm sure is known for something, but I don't know. But anyway, so she has a happy, so because the captain of this crew is Happiness, that means that she's always happy, and just a little bit of sad, and a little bit of angry, and a little bit of fear, but mostly happy. And the Happiness is like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm the crew, I'm the captain of the ship. Everyone has to commit to what I say. You all must conform to me. At least that's kind of the vibe I got a little bit, but I can understand. It's for a good cause she's doing here. It's for a good cause to have a little girl be happy, yay. But then the little girl grows up into this preteen who now has to deal with the moving. Yes, they have to move away from their little cozy home. From their little cozy home in Minnesota. From Minnesota, eh? Minnesota. And she has to move to San Francisco, yes. She has to move to San Francisco. And I'm like, fuck yeah, San Francisco. Lucky, I want to be there so I can become a freaking movie star. I mean, I know I'm a fat guy, but fat guys still get roles. It's fine, you know. You still see fat guy on the movies and whatnot. By the way, I hope Dr. Octopus is fat when we eventually get to see him again. Don't make him a sexy pretty boy like they did with Toy Man on the stupid Supergirl show. But anyway, so yes, they're in San Francisco right now, but their place is shitty. It's like it looks like the Full House. It looks like the Full House, except shittier, and they have to live there. And Happiness is like, okay, I got this, guys, I got this. It's fine. But then it all fucked up at school. God damn it, school! I knew you were shitty from the get-go, school. And because of it, she goes on a bit of a and because of the crew the shit hits the fan, is what I'm saying. And the crew is like, oh, we can't do this anymore. And then an accident causes Happiness to accidentally leave the facility that they're used to, and she winds up at the other side of the girl's mind. But she's paired up with Sadness. Yes, Sadness is there too. Because Sadness keeps fucking everything up. She keeps touching all of the memories that are represented by little balls. Not testicles, just balls. And these balls represent memories. But she keeps saddening them up. And Joy's like, no, fuck no, screw off. This is my turf. This is my country. Mind country, and but due to circumstances, due to all the fuck-ups that have been happening, they wind up on the other side of the mind now, and they have to deal with trying to get back to the facility now. So they're at their memories, and they have to deal with Bobby Moynihan getting rid of a bunch of memories, and they're like, oh, we gotta get back. Anger and fear and disgust are fucking everything up. They're making they're turning this teenage girl that what the hell is her name? Riley. By the way, she's not a teenage girl, she's preteen. But anyway, who the fuck cares? The people, that's who. But anyway, so now she's becoming all moody, and she's becoming a bit of a jerk in front of her parents, and her parents are concerned, and you know, they got their own emotions to deal with, you know, their own emotions that, for some reason are all the same gender, even though hers are multi-gender, so maybe she's a transvestite. I don't know what's going there. Hey, I don't judge. I don't judge. I am a progressive blobby man. I'm a progressive morbidly obese man. So anyway, so now they have to get back to the facility, to the main facility, and they have to go through all of the cities. Yes, the cities that were created in the mind that are representations of what makes up her personality. She's got like her goofballiness, you know, her sense of humor. She's got her family. She's got the essence of her family. She's got you know, the principle of family. She's got the principle of hockey. She loves hockey. And what else makes up her personality? Honesty and imagination and everything, just freaking everything. But because she's being controlled by you know, fear, anger, and disgust, they're fucking it all up. They're accidentally turning her into a jerk now. I mean, they mean well, and you know, they're trying not to do that, but they're fucking her up. And so they're turning her into a jerk, and so she's losing all of those talents. They're all destroying. They're all going into this giant pit of forgetting, of where it gets erased from her mind. And so they're all dissipating away into that pit. And so during Joy and Sadness's journey back, they come across Riley's imaginary friend named what the hell is his name? Bing Bong. So Bing Bang Bong Bang Boom Bang Bing Bong, who looks kind of like a cross between a heffalump and a woozle. So I guess that heffalump and woozle from Winnie the Pooh, I guess they banged. I guess they had sex. Finally that shipping happened, and they had a baby. And this is that baby. Also, he's made out of cotton candy. So the cotton candy heffalump woozle named Bing Bang Bong Bing Bong Bam Boom helps them out by getting back, and the reason why he wants to help them is because he wants to be remembered by her. He's been put into this distant memory because she's forgotten about him, and he wants to be remembered again. So he's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna help you guys out. But of course, apparently she imagined him to be a freaking idiot, a dumbass, and so she almost gets them killed into this abstract thingamabob thing that almost gets them killed, but that's all right because we get a cool animation sequence where they become Andy Warhol paintings for not Andy Warhol. They become abstract paintings. Jackson, not Jackson Paul. Who the fuck am I thinking of? That one guy who does the abstract shit. God damn it, why don't I think of his name? But anyway, so first they become all abstract, and then they become two-dimensional, and then become all simplified, and then they become lines, and it's a cool animation sequence. But anyway, they get the fuck out of that, and then they get to Imagination Land. Imagination! But unfortunately, this Imagination Land is not as cool as the one that was in South Park, but it's still friggin' cool. You got stuff in there, and you got the Dreamland, where you got the big studio films going on, or at least they seem like films, or that's how dreams work. By the way, I don't want to be that guy Inside Out. I don't want to be that guy, and so far everything you've been doing is really great, and it's stuff I've never seen before. But I don't want to be that guy, but Osmosis Jones did it first. They're the first ones to treat the dreams like they're films instead of a brain. But anyway, screw Osmosis Jones. This is freaking better. So anyway, back to this. So anyway, after screwing up the dreams and nightmaring them and whatnot, they accidentally get Bing Bang Bang Bam Boom in a dungeon. But luckily, there's a freaking clown in that. Oh my god, it's a freaking giant ass clown. By the way, I've never really understood chlorophobia, and also wasn't really set up. But whatever, chlorophobia, whatever. But anyway, But then, due to all of this freaking cataclysm with all the towns going down in flames, well, not flames, but anyway, but during this time, Anger comes up with the bright ideas. Hey, I know what'll get the good emotions of Riley back. If we go back to if we freaking go back to Minnesota. So let's go back to Minnesota. And let's destroy even more towns by destroying more of our principles, by stealing shit and going back to by stealing shit, getting rid of honesty, and also getting rid of family by going away and going back to Minnesota by getting on a bus. Even though I don't know why this bus driver doesn't think, maybe I shouldn't let this little kid unsupervised get in this bus without some parental guidance. So anyway, so all this cataclysm causes Joy to accidentally fall into the forgot me pit. It's not a Sarlacc pit, but it's probably just as bad because when you stay in the pit, you dissipate, and she falls in the pit along with Bing Bang Bing Bang Boom Boom, and Bing Bang 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 Boom sacrifices himself to let her go back into the land of remembrance or whatever the hell, and he sacrifices himself, and she's like, no, what are you doing? And he's like, do it for Riley. I don't mind if she keeps forgetting me and she's completely wiped her whole mind of me. It's okay because I want you to keep going. And at first I think, surely they'll keep Bing Bang Boom around. I mean, he's the comic relief. I mean, you're not just gonna kill him off. That would be like killing off Timon and Pumbaa. Oh shit, they killed him off. Oh fuck. Why the fuck would you do that? Oh, why did you do that? Oh, why am I crying for a heffalump who's so Bing bang bing bang boom. Bing bang bing bang boom. Sacrificed himself for the whole mind. He is Jesus. So Jesus is dead now. Bing bang bing bang boom. Oh god. Oh, this is gonna be really depressing. Like, do you know how depressing that's gonna be now when Graviton does his seasonally, in remembrance, where he shows all the people who died in the movies, and you're gonna see that happy-looking thing, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, that thing died? What the fuck? Oh god. So now, happiness reunites with sadness and realizes that sadness helps the memories, because it's the sadness that pulls people into the happiness. It's what connects people is the sadness. So it's good. Sadness is good, and that's what makes happiness, joy, realize that, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? I need sadness with me. We need to be a team. So it's like, doing things equally. Don't be the friggin' cohort. Don't be like Hitler. Don't be happy Hitler and whatnot. So they get back so they get the fuck back to the place, to the crew place. I forgot what I called the facility to get back into business. So they get the hell back, and you get a little bit of further character development from the other emotions. Not really that much. By the way, I feel like the other three get a little bit of the shaft, but they're only doing what they can with where they are. But really, it's about sadness and joy. Trying to be doing a buddy thing. Trying to realize that they need each other. Joy needs a little bit of sadness, because if you're always happy, you're gonna be unrealistic, and everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, you're way too happy, asshole." So yes. But then Joy realizes that she's not supposed. That maybe she shouldn't take this over and deal with what's going on with Riley running away, and so she lets Sadness take control and see what she does with this situation. So Sadness is like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna freaking do this. And what Sadness does is she uses the idea of sadness to make Riley miss home, to miss her parents. And so Riley realizes what she's doing, and she gets off the bus right as they're about to go to the highway, and she goes back home, and her parents are reasonably very concerned, and like, where the hell were you? Or they're doing concernedly, not angrily, but anyway. So she explains using sadness with what's going on, because you need sadness for this situation, for explaining that, hey, she misses home, and she needs sadness, because if she uses happiness at this point, she just keep that problems that she has right now with with this move just all bottled up inside of her. No, she needs a little bit of sadness to express it to her family, to her parents, and that's what gets her parents closer to her, is that she finally freaking expressed herself with sadness, instead of keeping it all bottled and just blocking it with happiness. And that's what's great about this movie, is that it tackles that idea, that you need a little bit of sadness. You don't have to be always freaking happy all the freaking fuck time, because, a lot of creativity and a lot of passion does come out of the sadness of stuff, and so does anger, and so does fear, and so does disgust, even though those four emotions do seem like more of the negative type stuff to deal with than happiness. You still need them, because they still do drive you to do good things. So, that was great to deal with in this movie, and so it does bring their family back. They still have to live in San Francisco, I guess, but that's the thing, is that even though they still have to accept it, even though they still have to accept being there, it doesn't hurt to at least, express your disappointment in it, and expressing, your sadness from that. But that doesn't mean you still can't live there. It's just that now that she's gotten it out, now she can be a happier person. I mean, it won't make her, completely happy that she's in San Francisco now, but now that she's gotten that sadness out of her system, has expressed it now she can live a happier life. Not a completely happy life, but a happier life that's more fulfilling. And of course, she'll still have those other emotions. And what that causes is that now that sadness and happiness are working as a team, they have created a new ball that's a combination of the two. And that means that now all of the memories will be combinations of different emotions. It won't just be one thing. It won't be just one-dimensional, like you have certain characters in movies and whatnot. That you do develop, and you do have problems that you have to deal with, and that's what happened with this girl. And now that they've done that, now that they've finally gotten through this change in her life as a preteen, they're like, okay, now that we did that, it's gonna be smooth sailing from here on in, right? Fuck no, you have to deal with puberty now, you sons of bitches. Oh god, they're all gonna fucking die. It's gonna be a horrible cataclysm or fin. It's gonna be 10 times worse than this and whatnot. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna have to add in libido in there, and he's probably gonna be a freaking asshole trying to fuck everybody. Oh god, oh my god, oh! Also, she imagines a boyfriend, who I think might be based on Justin Bieber. Fuck you, Justin Bieber! Get the fuck out of my timeless movie! So anyway, so that was Inside Out, everybody. Inside Out! Also, you get a funny end-credits sequence where you show everyone else's mind. where you show what's going on with their minds, and you show this boy, and his mind is all stable, like, oh, frick, oh god, a girl, oh god, we're all fuck-ups, and you show the teacher's mind, like, oh god, oh, shitty-ass job. And you also got a bus driver's mind where it's all angry, like, oh, and you also got a clown's mind where it's like, you're 6 years of drama college, and I'm like, oh god, I hope that doesn't turn out to be me. I mean, I have the same body type as me, as that guy. But anyway, you also get the look into the emotions of a dog and cat. It's pretty simplistic and whatnot, and I wonder if everyone who made this movie is cat haters, because that was kind of a fuck you to cats at the end. Like, cats are just all fuck ups and whatnot. Also, dogs are stupid too. Anyway, that's the movie, everybody. That is Inside Out to a T. Really great movie, really, struck a core with people. You know, it does strike a core. It does tackle something that, a concept, like a lot of the Pixar films do, of concepts that were used to already being tackled before. Like, oh, no shit, we're gonna explore the mind, oh, Inception much. However, what this movie does, it tackles it in a different way, and that's what the Pixar films are known for, are tackling things that we're used to already exploring, but in a different way that makes it feel new again. And that's what's great about Inside Out, is they tackle it in a really realistic way, but at the same time, presenting it in a way that we're used to with movies, where it's like all these, funny characters and whatnot. But it does, bring up themes that is important for the child to know and explore, but does it in a way that uses things that you wouldn't use in real life, like these anthropomorphic beings and whatnot. And that's what a kids' film should do, teach kids important life lessons, but do it using creative ways that you wouldn't expect. So that was Inside Out, really great movie. I'm going to give this movie a perfect 5 out of 5 broccoli pizzas. And also, this movie has taught me that I too should be more open about my negative emotions inside, because I realize that I too am keeping my negative thoughts and whatnot and emotions bottled up inside, and I need to let them out. So that's what I'm gonna do, okay, guys? Okay, I just recently broke up with Amanda Waller, okay? I said it, I broke up with Amanda Waller, and I'm really disappointed. I think it was my fault, but I think I'm gonna be okay now. And now that I've done that, I wonder what's going on inside of my head right now. I'm Blobs Happiness, and I'm happy we don't have to deal with that bitch anymore. I'm Blobs Anger, and I'm angry at Amanda Waller. Fuck her right on the ass. Not that you did that. Maybe if Blob did that, he would still have her as a girlfriend. Screw her, not literally, because you can't do that anymore. Ugh. I'm Blob's Fear, and I'm afraid that this is gonna cause horrible things now. He's never gonna get another person. He's never gonna find another person in the sea. There's all these fish in the sea, and I'm afraid that he'll never find one that'll be the right match. I'm Blob's Disgust. I'm disgusted that he didn't break up with her sooner. I'm Blob's Sadness. And even though I am the main one, I am the main emotion here to manifest the negativeness about Blob's breakup with Amanda Waller. I, however, am used to emphasize the good things about this through the sadness, and so I think Blob is just gonna be okay. He might be sad now, but he's gonna get through this. He's gonna exercise, and he's gonna use that sadness to drive him to be a better person, and that's what's gonna happen here. Yes, and maybe he should switch teams.